Welcome Guruji on RAWR with Sneha.
Boys get turned on by it's not a real turn on. After they ejaculate, they can't finish the video, they close it. In yoga, they say that the man is dharma, woman is vidya. Man's job is to have a purpose. The woman's job is to be his vidya. Woman and the man become one, unstoppable combination. So the Shivlingam is that symbol. Woman is supposed to be the spiritual voice for a man. Women are the form of Devi.
What do the Puranas talk about the education system which is not happening today?
There's no education for the females. They didn't need it. They were naturally Vidya. They were treated as Devis. Right now, for a man who's really not turned on, to get turned on, takes a lot of shaking and he'll be ready in 15 minutes. Man takes energy for granted nowadays. You're having those multiple orgasms. That whole period. Just whatever you wish for will happen.
Welcome Guruji
Thank you, Sneha.
on RAWR with Sneha. Thank you so much. And I'm so thrilled to do this in a place like Rishikesh. I never
Okay.
expected
I'm
that
so happy you came.
that
Wonderful.
something like this would happen out here. Thank you so much. So, RAWR is about love. The page is about love and relationships. So, my first question would be, as human beings, are we supposed to be in a relationship?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. It depends on your karmas.
Okay.
If this is one of the lessons you wanted to learn in this life, then yes, you will be.
Okay.
If this is not of interest to you, then it won't be. It's not everyone's cup of tea, है ना?
हाँ.
So it's it really doesn't work for everyone. Like ये Bollywood सिखाता है कि हर किसी को कोई रहता है ये वो. This is
हाँ.
nonsense. It's not true.
Okay.
हाँ.
And what does the role, what is the purpose of a relationship in your life?
अभी relationship is for creativity. This is the fundamental purpose.
Acha.
There's also the fulfillment of continuing the race to reproduction, which is also an important part, because it is very difficult to create children and then have a broken family. तो उनको बहुत trauma हो जाता है. So that's why आपको first and foremost जो आप अकेले नहीं कर सकते वो relationship में हो जाता है. Because it brings in energy, it doubles, triples, makes your energy 10 times. If it's good one. Like, if you get into it for all the wrong reasons. Jैसे people get into relationships, men mostly get into relationships because they've been advertised this, that this is the only way they can get sex. Women get into relationships क्योंकि बचपन से they've been reading ये Mills and Bulls वाले books
And
और
fairy tale books.
fairy tale वाले books. तो उसमें तो एक प्रिंस चार्मिंग तो रहता है, तो उसके इंतज़ार रहता है लेडीज़ को, तो ढूंढते रहते हैं कि who fits this bill, who can do this. These are all wrong reasons. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. There should be things that change in both of you. It is for your growth, so that you become more energetic, so that you become more creative, and this is what it is. So when in yoga they say that the man is dharma and the woman is vidya. So dharma is like the man's job is to have a purpose and make sure that there is no, to protect that purpose in a relationship or whatever the purpose may be. The purpose should of course involve a larger community, not just you both. So the woman's job is to be his vidya and to provide him with the help of her extra sensitivity, intuition, insights from a feminine perspective, to stand by the man in his dharma. It can also happen that the woman has purpose to some extent and the man has vidya to some extent. Dharma, ladies also can have, men also can have. But it is more easy in a male body to articulate your purpose, go after it unapologetically and go get it. But it's difficult in a female body because the restrictions are too much, even though the souls are same. The souls don't have any gender.
What kind of restrictions?
Like just the threat of physical abuse for a woman becomes such a big restriction in her movement itself in public. So this itself causes so much of a problem because when a woman is on her period, she's weak and she needs care. This is the truth. So that's why she can't show up in the same energy every day. Woman's energy peaks during ovulation. That's her time to be a warrior. But then it slowly comes down. And then during the period, energy is zero. and then again it starts rising. So maybe for 15 days a month, a woman's cycles are like approximately 14 days, 14 days, approximately. Man's cycle is daily cycle. Every day he can get energy in the morning and he can go on until the evening. And by evening is of course down. Like right now it's 4:30, my energy is down. But the morning I was like a warrior. Abhi to shant hu main.
Okay.
So everyone has cycles. Men also have cycles, women also have cycles. But because of the way women's cycles are, it becomes difficult because the world is designed for men. Offices are designed for men. There is no question of period leave for women. There's no question of uh, taking it easy on a woman when she's in her luteal phase. You'll be loaded with work as if you're a man. So that's why it's a little hard for women to have this kind of thing. So that's why all the wars are fought by men.
Okay.
Because on her period, the woman can't fight a war. And it's very unfair because in sports, like Olympics, everyone has to run on the same day at the same time. You should say, on maybe third day of ovulation, that's the day you're going to have the race. Then we'll see the real power. I
Okay.
feel that athletes like PT Usha lost out. She couldn't win the Olympics because she was on her period.
Hmm.
Not like she trained really hard.
Hmm.
So female athletes have this very inconsistent performance.
Hmm.
They're not able to do it. So many of them tend to take hormones to cancel out their periods
Hmm.
so that they can have energy all the time like a man. So for a woman to compete, she has to become a man.
Hmm.
So that's why when it comes to purpose, there's always fighting enemies. It's like a war, uh, because there is a lot of injustice in the world, and it's a man's job to pick it up and fight it. And a woman can always support with her intuition. In during periods, she's even more sensitive, so she can find out even more things that the man is not seeing,
Okay.
and she can be his voice of wisdom. So
Hmm.
that communication and respect should be there. But most of the men don't think women have wisdom because they've judged them on the wrong time, and also they're judging them as if they're a man. So it's not like that, you know. You know how many colors women can see? So much more than men, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, we have only red.
Hmm.
We have magenta, burgundy, something, something. We don't know these colors, right?
Yes.
So even like your senses are much more in
Yeah.
every way. Smell
Hmm.
also, taste also, touch also,
Yeah.
sight also, hearing also.
Hmm.
Women's hearing range is more than men.
Okay.
So that's why women are able to catch information that the man can't catch
Hmm.
easily. And that's why a man should depend on women to give him that kind of perspective that he can never have.
Okay.
Intuition is something we don't have as men.
Hmm. So woman brings a lot of intuition and more sensitivity into a man's
इसको
life.
योगा में हम बोलते हैं विद्या.
Vidya. Acha.
विद्या जो मर्द के पास नहीं होता है. It's
हाँ.
not easy.
Yeah.
Most of the women think men are stupid, and it's true because they have a lot more insight into stuff.
Hmm.
But men have the power to go on dismissing women, saying, "Get out!
Hmm.
Don't tell me, don't advise me. You're a woman." So this attitude has to change. Then
Change.
only it's going to work in the relationship.
Okay.
Then you become a team with your partner. You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want.
Yeah. So, but right now, women are also becoming very independent,
Hmm.
and that whole feminist,
हाँ तो
uh,
ये because of how the cycles are designed,
hmm.
that ends up making women slightly inefficient men. तो ये हो रहा है.
Yeah.
They can't compete
Yeah.
in a male world. They
Hmm.
shouldn't be also. You shouldn't expect this. What's the point of being a woman?
Yes. True. And when you said about so when a male and a female are getting attracted to each other,
हाँ.
where is this attraction actually starting from? Like
I'm
any
sorry to
relationship?
say 90% of the time is just Bollywood stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So you try to copy the movies and then you say these tick marks, हाँ ये हुआ, हाँ फिल्म में भी ये हुआ, ये हुआ, ये हुआ, ये हुआ, तो you feel attracted.
Yeah. No, but at a very conscious level,
Hmm.
like how, in animals, it's through smell.
Hmm.
For humans, where do you think? Is it
Animals is
because.
not just through smell, it's also through other senses
Hmm,
like sight, and it's pretty much the same
the same?
even for uh, humans.
Okay.
But we can have something called an imaginary turn on, which is just an infatuation.
Hmm.
It's not a real turn on. So just like how boys get turned on by porn, it's not a real turn on. In
Yeah.
fact, after they ejaculate, they can't finish the video, they close it.
Hmm.
It's the truth. So they're not really turned on by it. Otherwise, they would have watched till the end, no? They
So,
would have.
how does one know what's an imaginary, like, it's just their infatuation, or am I really in love with this person?
There'll be a lot of bad feelings associated with infatuation. It doesn't feel good in the body. It feels like it's fear.
Okay.
but then you're just waiting, and then you realize the other person is also equally nervous.
Hmm.
And then somehow it works out. But then, I mean, somehow you get engaged, but it never works out
Hmm.
because you're not really truly turned on. Within the first date itself, you found 100 things wrong with them. And the second date, though, you found 200 things. So this is the problem. So then you start second guessing, is this a good choice? Is this a bad choice? तो आपका commitment नहीं रहता इसमें. That's the problem.
Okay.
Hmm.
And when you actually get, like, see, if I found the true love of my life,
Hmm.
but I've not realized it and I've moved on because, say, एक सोसाइटी में एक रूल्स एंड कंडीशंस है, सेम कास्ट होना चाहिए, XYZ होना
Hmm.
चाहिए,
Hmm. Hmm.
पैसे इतना होना चाहिए.
Hmm.
And there are so many things that we live in a society, and people, marriages are at least done on those basis.
Correct, correct.
And then how does one realize?
हाँ, तो वो नैरेटिव पे चलता है ना सोसाइटी का
Hmm.
कि जो आइडियल है, व्हाट
Hmm.
इज़ एन आइडियल मैन, आइडियल वुमन,
Yeah.
ये हम अपने कंटेम्प्रेरी स्टोरी से सीख रहे हैं.
Hmm.
तो इस सीख में प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि इट हैज़ नथिंग टू डू विथ रियलिटी, दे आर जस्ट स्टोरीज. एंड वी रियली नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड in terms of हमारा स्टोरीज इम्प्रूव होना चाहिए and should have some touch with reality.
Okay.
Like, what is the real problems in my life? Are we both really working on creating solutions for this?
Hmm.
And are we both excited about it? That's really important. So make a different story, a heroic story.
Yeah.
It need not be a copy of some story.
Yeah.
ये मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
The
आपका
narratives.
original story होना चाहिए ना.
Hmm.
Because our face is original, our body is original. Nobody's there like us.
Hmm.
So aren't we meant for something unique?
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. And as you said, ki, because people are not seeing the right things and they're not getting married also for the right reasons.
Hmm.
So attraction be, you are attracting the wrong people into your life.
Hmm.
So today, is everything that you're getting into your life, like as a relationship, is it only to do with karma, or your this life decisions also somewhere plays a major role?
So karma is something that we only put on our timeline. Every
Hmm.
event you put on your timeline is your karma.
Hmm.
And if you don't put anything, there'll be some default momentum going on.
Okay.
तो उस मोमेंटम को रोकना है और जो हम चाहते हैं वो होना है, तो वी हैव टू चूज़ आवर ओन कर्मा. जैसे कि आप इधर आने की सोच रहे थे,
Hmm.
तो आपके टाइमलाइन में आ गया
हाँ.
कि मैं इस दिन जाऊंगी ऋषिकेश और ये पॉडकास्ट करूंगी.
Hmm.
तो ये आपका कर्मा हो गया क्योंकि
Hmm.
आपने प्लेस किया इसको, तो आप
Hmm.
इधर है
Hmm.
बिकॉज ऑफ योर कर्मा. एंड माई कर्मा इज दैट आई अग्रीड टू इट.
Okay.
So I also placed it on my timeline. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. So you're here.
Okay.
That's really what karma works like.
Works like,
People
okay.
think there's some record and somebody is ये चित्रगुप्त is keeping record ऐसे लिखा है ना.
Hmm.
तो उसका मीनिंग है कि just think of it. हमारे आगे हमारा फ्यूचर स्ट्रेच करता है, हमारे पीछे हमारा पास्ट स्ट्रेच करता है. देख लो आप.
Hmm.
When I ask you to think how are you doing last year, तो वो पीछे से आता है इन्फॉर्मेशन.
Yeah. I
लेकिन
jump back.
you jump back, है
Yeah.
ना.
Yeah.
तो ये these are called the two petals of the आज्ञा चक्र.
Okay.
One is extending in the front,
Hmm.
भविष्य है,
Hmm.
और जो पीछे जा रहा है वो अतीत है,
अच्छा.
the past,
Hmm.
future and the past.
Okay.
तो हम जो present में है, we are in between the future and the past all the time. That's why when we put something on it, any idea which we put on this timeline,
Hmm.
that's the Chitragupta. Gupta Chitra है वो. We are
अच्छा.
putting a
That's why it's
movie.
Gupt. हाँ.
We're putting a little movie of what it'll be like.
Hmm.
So that's how we put our karmas. Our karmas are just little future movies.
And can I change those future movies?
Absolutely. It's just a memory. Smriti hai.
अच्छा.
So you can change it anytime.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And how, like, when I'm doing a positive karma,
Hmm.
how is it going to impact my relationship? Can I actually do something positive or a good karma
Hmm.
and actually avoid having those situations in my relationships?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The good karma is called learning.
Okay.
If you learn communication, there's no problem in a relationship.
Hmm.
So you have to know what is courteous communication.
Hmm. Okay.
यही नहीं जानते लोग. क्या क्या कमेंट्स डालते हैं मेरे
What
वीडियो
are
पे.
the what are the basics of a courteous communication?
So communication is what is received. So
Hmm.
the person who's going to receive it should be hungry. Otherwise, don't open your mouth. They should be
Hmm.
hungry to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't open your mouth.
Yeah.
ये नहीं करते लोग. If they're hungry or not, they'll go and pour it. The guy is not hungry, he's closed. The door is closed, you're knocking on it. Nothing happens.
Nothing is going to happen.
It's not going to happen. There should be welcome written on the mat and call you inside and make you sit and say, now talk to me, Sneha, and then you can talk.
Yeah.
If you open your mouth when that welcomingness and that warmth is not there, it's not going to get through.
Yes.
And to maintain that warmth, you have to really care about the person.
Yeah.
And they have to feel it in your care. The things
Yes.
you do, the stuff you bring for them, or
Yeah.
the way you take care of them, that's really how they feel it. We know how to be warm, right?
Yeah.
When we really like someone, we're really warm. But courteous communication is communicating only in that avastha of warm. If you're not warm, then don't communicate.
Yeah.
So it sets the temperature.
Yes.
If it's very cold, then how much ever you communicate is not going to
It's
get
not
through.
going to help.
It's a waste of breath. You have to just learn this. This is the basic of communication. If you know this, then it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how you how you related breath and communication. Can you tell me more? Like what is wasting of breath? I mean, you're just pouring out
अरे it's
energy.
just
It's
मुहावरा
just
in
a
English यार.
हाँ
Wasting of breath मतलब breath जाता है ना
हाँ
बात
just
करते
waste
हैं.
of
हाँ
energy
waste ही है ना.
basically. Okay.
तो प्राण शक्ति हमारे सांसों में
सांसों
है.
में है
Your
हाँ.
life force energy is there, and you're talking and talking and talking, and the person's not receiving it. You're getting so frustrated.
Yes.
When he receives it with warmth and he gives it back with warmth, then you also feel warmth. Your energy increases.
Yes.
Pran Shakti increases.
Hmm.
So we feel more alive. We start looking forward to a shared future, and that's fun.
Yes.
And it's not so hard.
Okay.
It's just that we have to say the truth. Is this warm or cold? Is my relationship warm or is it cold?
Yeah.
If it's cold, then you need to do something. You need to start having some difficult conversations.
Okay.
Again, uske liye bhi you have to be hungry. No? The other person also should have a good emotional reason why to fix it. They should have a real strong reason why I want to fix this.
Yeah.
Again, if they're not feeling anything deeply, then that is a dead relationship.
Yeah.
And you keep on investing in the mistake.
It's
a mistake. Just move on. Go on investing in it, you'll get tired, you'll get old, you'll get sick, then you'll die only.
Yeah, but some people start relating to that as also karma. So this came into my life and maybe I'm just feeding.
It is karma which you only put on your timeline.
Okay.
हाँ.
And you can break.
तो ये general understanding of karma में ये है कि ये it's like a school syllabus. Somebody else decides it.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You only decided it.
Hmm.
You only invested it. Wherever your mind goes, that's the thoughts you're going to create. That's the movie you're going to create.
Okay.
So we created a future movie. So let's redefine karma as future movie. Who creates it? You.
So there is power to change it, even if that has come
Absolutely.
into your life.
Absolutely. You should not despair in no matter what bad situation you're in, you should not despair. There's always a way out if you start thinking clearly and start thinking honestly. Honesty is the key. You have to say the truth. Is this relationship warm or cold?
Yeah.
And do I have a really strong emotional reason to repair it? If you don't have, then you can't.
Yeah.
It's just your wish.
It's just your wish, yeah. But deep down, I also feel that people are not close to their own emotions to even understand if this relationship is working out for them.
That's called dishonesty.
Yeah. With their own selves.
Correct.
Yeah.
They lie to themselves. They say this will somehow work out.
Yeah.
Gambler attitude. How will it work out?
Yeah.
Not possible.
Okay. And this whole marriage concept, I wanted to ask that they say that we've come alone, we are going to leave alone, right? Death. So then, is there any? And marriage is a very man-made institution. Somewhere it's written like we evolved, and then marriage came into existence. So in our Puranas, what is written about marriage?
Marriage is a valid institution even in the Puranas, which are yugas old.
Okay.
I mean, Puranas are stories of yugas old written in the Kali Yuga, beginning of the Kali Yuga 5,000 years ago.
Okay.
So it's a very old institution. Like even Shiva married Parvati.
Yeah.
So marriage as an institution is not looked down upon in our culture.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it. But it should be with the right person. If you're a Shiva, get a Parvati. Don't go marry somebody.
But are we having Shivas around?
No, because where are the men training? Look at the men. They're not training.
Yeah.
They're going to the gym. In one stinky place with a lot of blue light and just some noise going on, they're going and pushing on, make dole shole. That's not what a man is about. A man is meant to do hard things. Our body is meant to do hard things. We're meant to fight wars.
So what kind of training can a man undergo?
Martial arts.
Okay.
Has to. I feel it's a must for every man to learn martial arts because his primary job is to protect. Why we have all these muscles and shoulders, and for what? To protect.
Hmm.
Why do we have that kind of uh, like take it or leave it attitude? I mean, that's the manly things, okay?
Hmm.
Of course, everyone says toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
but I don't think a man is meant to sit and cry.
Yeah.
But people think that it's very now we have like everyone wants to be equal. Men want all the privileges of women. Women want all the privileges of men
Hmm.
without having the abilities of men, and men without having the abilities of women want the
Women.
privileges of women.
Hmm.
So they want to be like I want to be emotional, vulnerable. Yeah, now movies are showing that only.
Hmm.
The hero sitting and crying. But honestly, I find it unmanly. And most people find it unmanly, including women.
Yeah.
They're like, what is this? Yeah, don't be a drama queen,
Yeah.
So it's not good for men to be a drama queen. It's like make decisions, move on, man. You get it, you get it. If you don't get it, admit that you don't have the skills, learn it.
Hmm.
Man up.
Yeah.
ये मैन अप टॉक्सिक मैस्कुलिनिटी नहीं है मैं मैस्कुलिनिटी है मैस्कुलिनिटी को ही टॉक्सिक बोल दिया
No, but then what happens is males, like as you said, that we have biceps, like you all have the whole body.
हम्म
There are so many males who are out there, like
हम्म
they will maybe they are doing martial arts, maybe they are going to the gym for that,
हम्म
like as you said, gym जा रहे हैं.
हाँ
But then जब stand लेना है किसी चीज के लिए, as you said, decision
हाँ
making में weak हो रहे हैं. So gym culture is there.
हाँ
I know people are beating it there,
वही तो
protein powder ले रहे हैं.
अरे यार हाँ
सब कुछ हो रहा है. But when it actually comes
ये
to
कॉस्मेटिक
relationship,
मैस्कुलिनिटी है ना रियल मैस्कुलिन पर्सन कैन टेक डिसीजंस
yeah,
and definitely can take decisions to be decisive is a male quality
yeah. But
because
why are
women
they not able to take decisions? Where is
because
it?
they're trying to be women now
Hmm.
they're trying to not like get blame I'm telling you it's the Thames Nadi Avidya Mandir education
Hmm.
which British people have left here okay this Avidya Mandir is telling men that you have to be alone that you have to win alone
Okay.
yeah when I went to school they told me you should come first in class that's the best thing you can do I'm like how is that the best thing I can do all my classmates will be left behind
Left behind, yeah.
so I made sure everyone passed
Hmm.
I will not get into how but I made sure and that's what I felt like I think I should do this and I did it
What did you do exactly?
I cannot
That's
talk about it.
interesting.
It wasn't exactly legal, so I can't talk about it.
Okay.
हाँ, ठीक है. So, but I thought that this examination system is not correct
Hmm.
and it's rewarding people and the guys who are coming first are walking around so much ego. They
Hmm.
don't see the pain of the guy who's failed.
Hmm.
We're all playing together. We're all
So
playing
we got
football
in.
together.
Yeah.
Why not helping each other?
Hmm.
Our ancestors were like this? No, man. Have you seen a caveman painting of one man alone hunting? No, there's so many men hunting. So from the beginning, men are supposed to get together and work together. Get your buddies, do something awesome in the world. This spirit is not being encouraged in education. That's why men are losing out on it. They feel alone, they feel weak, they don't feel supported. Men have to stick together as a
Okay.
tribe. And that's when that place becomes powerful. Even if it's two men standing shoulder to shoulder, it becomes like ek aur ek 11.
Hmm.
It happens. I know it's
Wow.
Bollywood, but it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nicely said that we got introduced to the hierarchy system somewhere because
Mm.
of the education system.
Mm.
And also, one very nice thing is that, as you said, the caveman used to live in tribes.
Mm.
Now we are seeing nuclear families.
Are you see these monkeys coming in the morning here? Morning and evening, we have monkeys. Morning shift, evening shift. They're not coming alone.
Yeah.
We are also monkeys.
Yeah.
We should stick together. Even monkey is better man than man.
So, what do you think about the nuclear system where the wife is like, I want to stay alone with my husband and I don't want to stay.
It's terrible, right? I feel it's terrible. I
O-
feel if you have children, then they'll have to only see you both. But children need many adults to learn from. That's when they
Okay.
become well balanced and social.
Mm-hmm.
Children are not social anymore because of this nuclear system.
Hmm.
They're so shy to talk in public.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to have courteous conversation with someone. They're just so awkward.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Like they can't relate with the older generation
Yeah.
because they're not grown up among many adults except their parents.
And it's already making them lonely in one way because
Yeah.
there are no people around in the
When
house.
we broke the traditional family system where there would be so many people,
Hmm.
when I grew up, I had so many uncles, so many cousins, so many people.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful system. And even if my parents were too busy or too thing, I was taken care of. Auntie would feed me,
Hmm.
granny would feed me.
Yeah.
But now
Now
though
it's,
it's like the eye has to feed you, right?
yeah, the nanny
The nanny has to
to
feed you.
feed you.
What
Yeah.
is this?
So do you think that the Kalyug, like the whole institution, so how love is also changing? We have so many people who are wanting to not marry. Marriage as an institution is also becoming, it's getting faded.
Hmm.
People are not
Not honoring it also.
not
They keep
honoring it.
cheating in the marriage.
Yes.
Uh,
Why is it happening?
I think it's because men don't have dharma. They
Okay.
don't have a purpose.
Hmm. But it's is it only the male's responsibility? What about the females
Men are
as
the
well?
ones doing a lot of cheating.
Okay.
But the women are just too busy balancing the home only.
Hmm.
They're also working.
Hmm.
They don't have time to cheat. But
Okay.
men have some time to cheat.
Ah.
So this is all happening because of men's porn addiction. And it's
Okay.
breaking apart because every woman is seeming more beautiful than his wife because he's just into porn.
Hmm.
This has to stop.
But also somewhere, if we see our Maharajas, the Rajas, तो वहाँ पे we saw that कि there were multiple queens,
Hmm.
and they say that man is, uh, it's monogamy नहीं होना चाहिए. Like they are made to have a lot of women into their life.
Yeah.
ऐसा कहीं पे लिखा है.
हाँ.
So then,
लिखा
is
है
it like a
नहीं,
natural
it
instinct?
is a natural instinct.
So then, how are they supposed to deal?
So it is like that because um, when a man has a really strong purpose, he needs an army of women to help him.
Hmm.
It's true.
Hmm.
It's not everyone's cup of tea. So just because
Hmm.
Maharaja is, you become Maharaja first, no, then you get your 10 wives.
Okay.
People are busy like trying to have 3 girlfriends when then they're a chaprasi. You become Maharaja first.
हाँ मतलब एक भी नहीं संभल रही है and उसमें they
Huh.
have 3-4.
And the women in such arrangements are not unhappy. They're really happy to have their sister wives because everyone's got a purpose. And she would just like more help. She just wants a man to have more help. She doesn't mind another woman in that. It's not a problem, you know.
Okay.
Mara just didn't have to spend time counseling their wives. But if an ordinary guy, IT employee tries this, he's going to have a lot of problems.
But how? Like पहले के महाराजास के लिए there was a thing like war. ठीक है?
हाँ.
War था, purpose
हाँ.
था, which was larger than life.
Yes.
बराबर है?
हाँ.
But अभी अगर एक आदमी कॉर्पोरेट जॉब कर रहा है, वो
हाँ.
फैमिली को चला रहा है.
हाँ.
How can he make his life more purposeful?
Get out of the job and do something with your friends.
Like what can they do?
I don't know, just build a tree house to start on the weekends.
Okay.
You'll build bonds.
Hmm.
Do something. No, do some project here. Say, Abhi, let's improve this. Let's build a temple.
Hmm.
Do no. Get with your friends, make a temple. Let's see. Do something
Hmm.
just to practice
But
being a tribe.
how is it like, say for example, that corporate job is not his purpose? What is the
Of course,
difference
it's not
here?
a purpose. Nobody's purpose is corporate job.
No, any job. I'm just
हाँ.
saying कि something that he likes. Say he likes computers or
हाँ.
he likes softwares.
हाँ.
और उस पे वो काम कर रहा है, ठीक
हाँ.
है? He's really enjoying
हाँ, ठीक है. Build an awesome
purpose.
app with your friends on the weekend. Start no.
So purpose should
Let the app make
it
money.
needs
Leave
to,
your job after that.
so somewhere it needs to level you up somewhere or the
हाँ.
other, your purpose.
Learn and to apply your leaves so that you can get like 4-day weeks
Hmm.
or something. Try.
Okay.
And let your friends coordinate with it and all of you sit and work hard. You know
Hmm.
how much fun that man will have? He'll be so much fun at home. His
Hmm.
wife will love him
Hmm.
because he'll come and say, I did this, I did that. And she'll use her intuition and say, but I really think about this. And I think where the market is not ready for this. And she'll get excited too. So go get a purpose if you're a man.
So I think that amalgamation needs to be there where a man needs to build a purpose
Yeah.
and the woman needs to have intuition poured into it.
Ari, she
And that's the
naturally
right.
has.
Yeah,
She
matlab,
needs
I mean,
encouragement. That's all.
yeah.
Women don't need training
Hmm.
to be intuitive. She just needs encouragement and she needs to know that it's received well and that it's valuable. That's all.
Okay.
And then she'll do her best.
Hmm.
That's how it's working for me and my students.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so this attraction part where you said, you're getting attracted to multiple partners. On the energy level, what is exactly happening out there?
They're just wasting their virya, man. You know, when you're saying you're getting attracted to someone, you're getting attracted to her beauty, nothing else.
Hmm.
It's not that you see that she's a potential mate and she'll be an enhancement in your purpose. That's not why you're getting attracted. You're just getting attracted to her. You know how it is? Men feel they have to sleep with every woman who wants to sleep with him. They don't know how to say no to women. That sucks.
On every
I think just to
opportunity.
empower yourself as a man, go and say no to women who are after you, so that you can understand that it's not, you know, I mean, not even after you. Okay, you don't even have to be after him. And you speak to him nicely, you smile, he thinks you're in love with him. Has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Huh?
I
You're
mean,
just
they would
being
not.
nice,
Yeah.
but he thinks that this is an attraction. Oh, Sneha likes me. Oh, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, they would slide into the DMs, or they will start having those hints.
Eh,
Will start
yeah, for
getting
no
passed
reason
on.
there'll be one heart.
Yeah.
हाँ
Uh,
ये सब बकवास चलता है ना. So they're not even able to recognize which woman am I really attracted to, and you've not even asked him about his purpose. You're not even asked him. You just said, oh, I'm getting a coffee, can I get you one? And he thinks this is love.
hmm.
People are just like got no training on this. Men,
Hmm.
just got no training on how, when a woman is actually attracted, you know what, she doesn't get you coffee, she starts asking you stuff about what you're doing,
Okay.
and she starts giving suggestions, and she wants you to do well, and she wishes the best for you.
Hmm.
And it's worth having such a woman in your life.
Yeah,
But
someone who really cares
who really
deeply.
cares,
Yeah, deeply.
cares enough to give her attention very in great detail to what you're doing.
Hmm.
But if you're doing nothing great, then don't expect any woman to be after you. A woman's company is something that a man has to earn. It's not it's not that kind of attention a woman will not give to every man. But now, of course, women are confused.
Yeah.
They think they want to be like men, so
Yeah.
then they're running after every beautiful man.
Hmm.
They become just like men now. If you look like a Disney prince, you'll always have women, because that's what they've been consuming.
Yeah, and I think somewhere, because there's a cycle
Hmm.
where a woman is like, say she's gotten cheated
Hmm.
by a man,
Hmm.
and then the next relationship she takes it casually that now I don't want to. So it's like a vicious circle.
Yeah, trust
The
issues.
trust issues, yeah,
Hmm.
major trust issues,
Hmm.
and they don't realize where they're losing their own woman, the energy that they have somewhere or the other,
Hmm.
because in trying to prove the other
Yeah, so
gender.
this is it. She's suppressing the care that comes naturally
Yes.
because she got once humiliated because that care was rejected.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So I think you should honestly ask yourself, like, what happened there? Why did that go wrong? And you
Hmm.
realize because the man was good for nothing, he had no purpose.
Hmm.
Once you can say that, and then you can check the current man and see, is he also like that?
Hmm.
Chances are he's also like that. He went to the same education system, but the
Hmm.
chances are also there that he may not be, and
Yeah.
he might be misjudging.
Hmm.
So you have to look into it and not base your reactions on the current data. Why are you bringing up things from your past? It doesn't work like that. You have to make decisions based on the current data. You look at a dog standing there. Is it going to bite you or not? Should not be made on past data. You look, is he showing his teeth now? Then don't go that side.
Yeah.
No, he's showing his teeth and going. "Arr," that's what you have to read. But any dog just standing there wagging his tail, you don't have to be scared of it,
Hmm.
right? So it depends. So look at the man and read the signs and see, is he really that bad as you're making him in your stories?
Okay.
See the truth. And you should use your senses in that. And women can find out the truth. And once they do, they'll feel like, oh man, I really misjudged him. So you need to forget about all that past experience. Past experience doesn't count much in the present unless it's a very repetitive, predictable job.
Hmm.
Then it's good. Like you're playing the guitar. The guitar doesn't change every day. But humans change. So if you're playing the guitar, then after some time you don't have to think about it. You know it. You know it all. But you can't know it all about another human being because you
Yeah.
don't know. You had to go be present
Yeah.
and check for information from the present. And women are very good at this. When I teach meditation to women to be present, they really do it well. They have that control on their mind.
Hmm.
So I think women should train in things like mind control and focus
Hmm.
because that's their strength. And men should train on presence and power and being like a pillar in society.
Hmm.
That's what I think was a man's role.
Okay.
That's when you feel fulfilled as a man.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like a woman feels fulfilled when she's able to offer her care and her sensitivity and her intuition. And that's the feminine qualities. But the man's is like more like a pillar, strength, like the ability to bulldoze over something, that kind of power. So that's what it is, and you should not use your power against women.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Domination.
No.
There's a very thin line between power and
Yeah,
then.
yeah. I say fight someone your own size. No, don't
Mm,
go fight. Don't go fight a woman.
yeah.
Why should a man be in a fight with a woman?
Mm, yeah. What are some things, um, as you said, that a woman should see in a man, or a man should see in a woman, in terms of, say, the right partner?
Hmm. Well, again, when we say men now, I'm going by what I've learned from the Puranas as what is manliness.
Yeah.
And what I have learned is that a man should look for uh, security in the woman being faithful to him,
Hmm.
because he's going to trust her with a lot of personal information. And it's like make or break kind of stuff. So you should be able to trust her. You
Hmm.
should feel that she's always got my back and she's putting her best for me. And he needs proof of that every day.
Does that also mean a feeling of surrender from the woman's side?
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
is. It's not a surrender. It's not like she doesn't have a voice or something
Hmm.
and she's a mute
Hmm.
participant. It's not like that.
Hmm.
It's more like a man shouldn't be with a woman who makes him feel like he's a second fiddle. That really does bad for a man's heart.
Hmm.
It kills him. When he feels that he's not the first priority for his woman, it kills a man. So that's what a man should look for in a woman. So someone who will prioritize him. And not only him, his whole mission. And she should find it honorable.
Hmm.
And for a woman, it's like, I need to find a man that I can give myself to,
Hmm.
who who will not dishonor me,
Hmm.
who always knows my value, who holds me in a place of great regard and my abilities. And then she'll train herself. She'll go and make her mind sharp when that kind of thing happens.
Okay.
So I think this is what we should look for.
Okay. Beautiful. What is this whole concept in the Puranas of the Ardha Nareshwari, where
Hmm.
Ardhangini is
Hmm.
what the woman is supposed to be to a man?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because
What
she has the
is.
vidya, he has the dharma. So
Okay.
this dharma vidya sthapna
Hmm.
is Ardhanarishwara.
Hmm.
So the woman and the man become one.
Hmm.
They become enhanced ability.
Okay.
Ardhanari has both dharma and vidya. Unstoppable combination. That's how it has to be.
Okay. And when you say that a female's purpose
Hmm.
is to support a man's purpose,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
So when we are talking about now, both the parties are working. The man is also working, or the woman is also working. And sometimes the woman overpowers her purpose as a higher.
Hmm. Hmm. That kills a man.
That kills the man.
That kills the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just gets so sad and depressed.
So that's
He
why.
won't say it because he doesn't have any emotional intelligence. He doesn't know how to say it. He'll feel bad, but he'll get back in other ways. Suddenly he'll snap at her. Suddenly he'll do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll ignore her. He'll treat her badly. All this happens when woman comes with the dharma.
Hmm.
When
That is what is happening in right now. Where.
that's an it's ridiculous to expect that arrangement to work.
Hmm.
It's like the woman is saying, "I'll have the penis."
Hmm.
It doesn't work like that. Man doesn't want to be penetrated.
Yeah.
It's a truth. But a woman enjoys it. She loves to hold the dharma. So the Shivlingam is that symbol. It's a symbol of penetration.
Yeah.
There is the base of the Shivlingam, which is the Valva of Devi,
Yeah.
and the lingam inside is
Hmm.
Shiva's penis. That's what it is. Lingam Bhaga. That
Hmm.
is what makes Shiva Lingam. And we worship it. So we should take it seriously. It's a symbol for how a man establishes himself inside the woman. And she establishes herself around him.
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's how our anatomy is. So I don't know why we have to argue about this.
Yeah, the equality factor.
Equality. How can men and women be equal? We're not equal, but we're both fabulous. And together we're even more fabulous.
And somewhere or the other, that whole factor, because the woman has a higher purpose.
Hmm.
Like, no, she has not a higher purpose. She also has her purpose.
Hmm.
And the male's purpose is getting, not supported by her because she's busy, he's busy.
Hmm.
So, somewhere or the other, there's already a rift in the relationship.
Yeah, it's two men
They've
living
drifted
together.
apart.
They might as well be bros.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because
That's
there
what
are
it
two
is.
males living together now.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous arrangement. Yeah.
Okay.
It's our education.
Hmm.
We give the same education to men and women. And that education is actually more suited for men, which men get, which everyone gets. And the girls do better in this because they don't get distracted by porn and 10th standard, but the boys do. So the women do better in that education. And then she might end up as his boss. And then now he's having a lot of problems. Men have a lot of problems with the female boss. Ask any female boss.
What do the Puranas talk about the education system, which is not happening today?
Gurukulam
Males
was the
and
education
females.
system,
Yeah.
no?
So, what was exactly happening out there? What were the females doing and what were the males
There was no
doing?
education for the females. They
Okay.
didn't need it. They were naturally Vidya. They were treated as Devis. And they were honored and their intuition was encouraged and they went all the way to develop it. Women would then use tools like crystals and whatever, and they would use spiritual tools like meditation to be able to bring out the best of their vidya. That's how it was. So women didn't have to go to Gurukulam, but a man's Gurukulam training is very hard. Right from archery to martial arts, so many things he has to learn. So men have to work really hard in this world. But women are now working really hard like men and they're not getting anywhere. They can't compete because men have daily energy to work. Women don't have.
Hmm.
So that's what happened. Gurukulams are mostly male. And there would be, of course, different training for girls, and that would be spiritual training. But for the men, it's more of material training. The woman is supposed to be the spiritual voice for a man. She's his goddess. She's not supposed to be anything less. And if she's allowed to, she becomes that. But if you keep suppressing a woman, telling her you have to be a man, you have to be a man, then she'll not be a goddess. She'll be just irritated.
Yeah. It's like fueling, like somewhere where you talk about Shiv and, Shakti.
Uh,
So, Shiv is the man, right? And
yes,
the Shakti is the female energy.
correct.
So, basically, she's supposed to use her intuitive powers because
Yes,
she's here. And I think then is our goal as a woman to actually take the man towards closer to his purpose.
yes.
That's the
Not,
purpose
not,
of a
not.
relation.
No, you don't have to take a man closer to his purpose. That comes easily to a man.
Okay.
When he starts caring
Hmm.
and he says, "Man, look at this mess here. I got to do something about it." Then you can't stop a man. But a woman brings like, um, how to give you an example? Woman turns a cycle into motorbike. She brings that power.
Power.
Yeah.
The fuel.
Not only the fuel, the engine power.
Hmm.
She's called Shakti. Remember, Shakti is power. Like, why is a woman called Shakti? Because she brings spiritual energy. She says, "Don't worry. You need healing. I'll give you healing." She'll put her hand on his head. He'll be healed. You need, oh, you're stuck in that problem. Don't worry. I'll ask Devi. And she'll ask Devi and it'll be done. That's the kind of power women have. Devi is very pleased with women. She gives whatever you ask. And women are the form of Devi. So, which is why in the brahmacharya stage, man is supposed to avoid women
Why?
because he's supposed to develop his own power at that point. Otherwise, the woman will, if she has developed more power than him, she'll laugh at him. She'll say, "You're not man enough for me." So he has to become a man first. He has to become man enough. It's hard work for a man. Like really hard, no? How much we have to work before our figure is called good. A woman just has to lose weight. But we have to do like a lot of things before we get called that we have a good figure. So just from the body itself, this body has to undergo hard work. It's a karma sharira. The man has to do work.
Hmm.
Yeah. Whereas they say a woman's body is bhoga sharira, which means she's like effortless like nature. She is like prakriti. She becomes fertile and she can just give rise to ideas, give birth to things, use her spiritual power and make things happen, manifest stuff.
Hmm.
So the world and the Maya around that is manifested for this man is the joy of a woman.
Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I went to Auroville and I was looking for a house and I had a friend,
Hmm.
Rekha. So I called Rekha and said, I need to find a place. She's like, okay, I'll manifest it for you. And it happened also. I'm like, you're not giving me a real estate agent's number. She's like, no, I'll manifest it for you. And I'm like, okay. And she did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? How did I find this place? It was a great place, right next to a jungle. I'm like, wow. And she's manifested a life for herself without doing anything. She's in a perfect place in life.
So man's job is to actually work, do karma
Huh.
somewhere, and the female's job is to actually
Arey, if we want the
just
same thing a woman can get by manifestation, we have to train. There is no other way. It's like God mode, no? Women
hmm.
are in God mode.
Hmm.
They don't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
But they're working very hard like men and then they're failing because they're working hard like men. You can't beat men in that hard work because our body is meant for it. It's
Hmm.
meant for the grind. I can punch this metal thing with my knuckles. Women can't. They'll break their hand.
What would you tell today's woman, like, if, because we are brainwashed,
Yeah,
okay, from the society, our
for sure.
education system, um, social media
Yeah,
tells
yeah.
us hustle, work hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
How do we?
Climb a mountain on your periods
Yeah.
while wearing white pants.
Yeah.
Huh.
And you don't need to rest in your periods.
No, no. Why I need to
And
rest?
everybody, so
Huh.
there is this whole notion you have to go hit the gym.
Huh.
You can also look in a certain way, and now
Huh.
even protein powders,
Women are also doing protein
to
powders.
protein powders. Women also want to build their own houses.
You know what? The protein powder guys thought, let's sell it to women also. So then the cigarette guys also thought, let's sell it to women.
Sell it,
They
yeah.
only started feminism. Be equal to man, smoke these, whatever, female cigarettes they made. Just little thinner than the male cigarettes.
Yeah.
More sexy looking.
Hmm.
But same cancer.
What can they do now? Like, you are already, how do you coexist in this whole, because
You need spiritual training.
spiritual training.
Yes.
Okay.
You need to start taking your Puranas seriously, especially Devi Bhagavatam. I've started a podcast on it. It's good to watch it. I'm
Okay.
releasing the episodes very slowly.
Hmm.
It's a big, long project which my student Anshuja and I, we have undertaken this project. And we've probably undertaken it for 3 years now. I mean, it will take 3 years to complete this project. But the insights I'm giving and the education I'm giving will give you the insights into the mind of a goddess. And then you'll understand how you can connect to this goddess and be one yourself.
Hmm.
I have programs running. There is the womb spirituality program that I'm running.
Okay.
And that one also helps. That's run by Acharya Meenakshi,
Hmm.
one of my students.
Hmm.
And she's giving fabulous results to women. Then there's another program for women we run called She Said No, for women who have trouble drawing boundaries,
Hmm.
just for that one specific reason. And that's also going really well.
Hmm.
So I think women should do these kind of spiritual programs and educate themselves and also not rely on the education they got so far because it's made them nothing but miserable.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as you said, boundaries, you just mentioned it's such a beautiful, this goddess energy. Is
Huh.
it getting violated because there are no boundaries? And
Yes.
because you're letting this whole culture where you're hooking up with different people,
Yeah.
sleeping around
Yeah.
because it's cool.
Yeah.
And you can see 16-year-old females.
Do you see Devi like Parvati going and sleeping with Vishnu? Then you haven't read your culture, man. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And is she any less fabulous because of that? People don't know anything, right? Thames Nadi is totally like anti-religion. It is atheistic.
What happens to the goddess energy after you mess around with it?
Of course, it's dishonored. Every lingam shapes you, man. You've held the shape of the lingam, right?
Okay.
And it's an energetic thing that you've held the shape of every lingam that you embrace.
Hmm.
The woman's energy is called alinga. The male's energy is called linga. So
Hmm.
the woman's energy embraces the male energy.
Hmm.
So you embrace a man, you have sex with him for one night, and he's gone. Then there's another man. It is such an insult to the goddess energy. She was getting ready to do something long term. but it's not there.
Oh, so
So
even that one act actually starts shaping.
it starts shaping your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The subtle things that you can't see that are a part of you.
Hmm.
James Nadi says there's only one physical body, that's it. But yoga says there are 96 elements. It's not just the physical body. Physical body is one of the elements.
Hmm.
But even the mind, they say, is part of the physical body. We don't agree. We think that's a separate tattva. We call it tattva,
Yeah.
element.
Yeah.
There are 96 tattvas, not just one. But science is saying there's only one physical body, that's it, there's nothing else. So on a physical level, you may not notice any change, but all the other 96 tattvas will shake. So you need some education, you need some spiritual education. Why
Hmm.
have people, great teachers, come and taught all this? You know, in the Vedas, there are a lot of female teachers as well, like Lopamudra, for example.
Hmm.
And there's one lady, I forget her name. She got in. She wrote Devi Suktam in the Vedas. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name. But uh, she wrote the introduction to Devi as if Devi herself is speaking because she allowed Devi to come into her. So every woman is a murti of Devi.
Okay.
Just like in a temple you see a murti, every
Hmm.
woman is a living murti of Devi. Every man is a living murti of Shiva. And we can do pran pratishtha of a deva inside us. Our own swarupa inside, what we think of ourselves,
Hmm.
our self-image,
Hmm.
swarupa,
Hmm.
that can become like godlike.
Okay.
When that becomes godlike, you're like, what will Bhairav do? And then you do that. And everybody meets you, they should feel like they met Bhairav and went.
Hmm.
You can be that god, you know.
Hmm.
Women also can be that goddess. It's so beautiful.
How does it embody like?
It changes your body. You won't have health issues if you embody, if there's a pran pratishtha of Shiva in you
Hmm.
or of Devi in you, because your feminine body is suited for that. A male body is suited for the Shiva energy,
Hmm.
and you can embody that. You know, when you embody it, you have those abilities. Sankalpa, that is a man's ability. Not only does he say, I will do this thing, he doesn't want to modify the universe, he wants to remake the universe according to what he thinks is right,
Hmm.
dharmic,
Hmm.
according to his dharma. So he should have an opinion. A man without an opinion is just such a turn off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a
A
man
man
who
who's a
doesn't.
pushover,
Yeah.
it's a turn off.
Also, you said sankalpa or somebody who sticks to his promises. There are so
Hmm.
many men like they just say things
Hmm. Hmm.
and
They don't show up.
they don't show up.
They're
Yeah.
not men. They're not showing up as men. They're showing up as rats. You can't rely on a rat. Yeah.
Hmm.
But you can rely on a man.
Hmm. Okay.
Otherwise, he's not a man by definition.
Hmm.
Yes.
So these are some things which I'm seeing which are increasing, because पहले एक शब्द या एक when you've said something there is a weightage to it
Hmm.
or there would be some importance to it, or if I've promised you that I would show up at this time,
Hmm.
it would be respected, it would be honored,
Yeah.
and I would show up.
Yeah.
But now, because things, this casual, this word, it has started showing up not only in our actions, words, and that's how I think it seeps into our relationships and into our work culture, into everything in our lives.
Correct. I think a man's word is his honor. If you don't believe it, don't say it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. If you don't do that, you lose your honor as a man. That'll kill you.
Hmm.
Be on time. I mean, I can understand if there's inevitable stuff, but communicate it
Hmm.
and say this inevitable stuff has happened. I can't come. Be courteous.
Hmm.
Show people you care as a man.
Hmm.
That you respect their time, that you respect their energy, you respect their money, you
Hmm.
respect their love and care. Make it clear that you're grateful for these things.
Hmm.
Then you're a man. A man who doesn't know communication is not a man. Grunting along as they've shown in the movies. That's not a man. You have to be a master of communication.
Now, as you said about the vulva and the lingam,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
um, what is the sexual act? What does the Puranas say about it?
When I read the Puranas are always showing you how sexual misconduct or having any kind of mm, wrong woman ends up in disaster, or having any kind of wrong man also ends up in big disaster, broken families, ignored children, big mess. So the Puranas do not actually talk about sexual rituals. Maybe Kalika Purana has some of it, but the Tantras talk about it.
Hmm.
And in the Tantras, there are very detailed sexual rituals that you can do. And these are just ideas. And when you start practicing those basics, then with your creativity, it gets better and better every time.
Okay.
So it is about energy. It's not just about, it's about alinga and linga.
Hmm.
It's not just about our sexual parts. A woman has to really hold the man, and the man has to be worthy of holding.
Hmm.
So right now, for a man who's really not turned on, to get turned on takes a lot of shaking, and he'll be ready in 15 minutes. Then he'll be finished in 1 minute. So total time of sex is 16 minutes right now. Okay. And that's it's quite sickening. And then the man wants to do everything he's seen in porn. And he gives himself points for if he can do everything. And what they're seeing in porn is all weird stuff, man. Women being penetrated by three men. This is not comfortable for any woman. But it's shown as if she's enjoying herself.
Hmm.
And then men, like, I don't know, all sorts of crazy things are there. Women sleeping with their plumber. Like, this is what people think.
Yeah.
They don't understand the sexuality of a woman, and they don't understand the sexuality of a man. The sexuality of a man is to not be a pushover, to not chase a woman. That's such a turn off.
Hmm.
But women feel that since Bollywood this happened, they saw some movie where the hero chased the girl who was not interested, and then she became interested, and they say ladki ke naam mein haan hai. This kind of shit is what they're thinking, and then so they don't know if what they're doing is working for the woman or not. They don't want feedback, and the woman also doesn't feel comfortable to give feedback, so she fakes it. And then this guy is like, I'm doing great. But if you speak to her privately, she'll be like, oh God, it's horrible. I'm just trying to avoid sex.
Yeah.
Why are you not taking feedback from your women? Did you have a good time?
Hmm.
What do you want? She should feel comfortable to tell you what she wants.
Hmm.
But we're not opening those gates.
Yeah.
Everyone's are appearing as if they already should know. Be vulnerable. Say, I don't know shit about sex, okay? But I really want to please you. That's so much nicer to say to a woman. Admit it. And say, I'm just learning.
Hmm.
Okay. So be patient with me, and I'm committed to making you enjoy your sexual life.
Hmm.
And God, men can't hold it, man. They just come in 5 minutes. They just ejaculate in 5 minutes, finished over. That's it.
Hmm.
End of the night. Now, what do you want? He doesn't even want to sit and cuddle or anything.
Hmm.
He's like, I need to engage on something else now. Because it's finished. It's just like the porn. He wants to close the video after it's done. He's just reenacting porn.
Hmm.
That's not how it is.
So how does one increase their sexual
A man
energy?
should learn to have multiple orgasms like a woman. He has to
Okay.
practice it. I told you men have to train hard. Women already have it. Men have to train hard to have multiple orgasms. They've got to really train hard. Bring themselves to the edge. It's
Hmm.
called edging.
Okay.
And then not ejaculate.
Hmm.
And then learn how to pull it back, all that energy. And then he should start feeling that energy. It's not just he takes it for granted. Man takes his sexual energy for granted nowadays.
Hmm.
And he just likes wasting it.
Hmm.
You should not waste your seed like that. Yes, it's okay to ejaculate, but not every day. Maybe once in 15 days is okay. You'll still be a man. You'll have the testosterone. If you're near ejaculation, your testosterone increases. But as soon as you ejaculate, your testosterone falls. This is a man's thing. That's why he's so tired and turned off after it.
Hmm.
Once he's done, he's done. There's no turning him back on. The woman is ready to go the whole night, but he's
Hmm.
not ready.
Hmm.
So then obviously it's a mismatch. And lots of women are unsatisfied in sex. Men are very satisfied because it was just like porn and the woman didn't give feedback and he didn't ask also. Finished.
That's
So
the reason I think so many people are unhappy in their
yeah,
sexual lives.
absolutely miserable in their sexual
Yeah.
lives. They just don't
Yeah.
want to talk about it. They become asexual now. They're
Yeah.
just avoiding it. And after some time, a couple is not having sex anymore.
Yeah.
They're just with each other because familiarity. They don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And they think everything is going to be like this. Everyone's tried out 2, 3 relationships. And then they're like, yeah, everything is like this only. Okay, I'll just stick with this one. This is as good as it gets. That's a really sad attitude. It's a dishonor of your ancestors who is so much better than you.
Hmm. And I think if they're bored in their marriage, they tend to sort of have relationships out of their marriage for just for
Yeah,
the
this and this, what do you call it? Yeah, this swapping of partners and uh, polyamory and something just to feel something. They're not able to feel even with that.
Hmm.
How can you? You miss the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all this stuff doesn't work. It's just like so volatile. This world of cheating and all that. Oh my God, it's such a mess.
But when these energies actually amalgamate, like the Shiv and the Shakti, when you're performing the act,
Hmm.
what exactly happens inside a woman
Hmm.
in terms of on the spiritual level?
The man brings the seed. The
Okay.
woman brings the womb.
Okay.
That's what's happening spiritually as well.
Okay.
The woman is able to manifest so much better because she got the seed of the man. Otherwise, how can she manifest anything?
Hmm.
When she has that, it's like it's such a warm feeling for the man.
Hmm.
Yeah. A woman's womb also opens. There are 3 gates for a woman. First is
Okay.
the vulva, second is the opening of the vagina,
Hmm.
and the third is the opening of the womb.
Okay.
Tripura. It's
Hmm.
called Tripura. The
Hmm.
Tripura will open for a woman. Then spiritual energy gets released. Miracles happen. She can just bless him. He can just bless her. And so many things will happen. You are an absolute god at that moment where you're having those multiple orgasms. That whole period,
Hmm.
just whatever you wish for will happen. Because you're in the bliss,
Hmm.
ananda, at that moment. So having and touching this ananda every day as a practice is a really good thing for men and women.
Hmm.
And you'll not have period pains, you'll not have any such problems when your tripura is being opened every day. You cannot have reproductive health issues.
Okay.
Yeah. And men also. They will not have ED and that and this. They'll be really turned on. They'll show up fully erect, not like half erect.
Hmm.
And that's what's happening now. Men are not able to get turned on because the woman they're with is not looking like the porn star. Even in the porn stars, they're not able to get like fully erect. Many men have not experienced a real hard erection in a long time
Hmm.
because there's nothing to turn them on in their life.
So it starts with the purpose again, right?
Yeah.
When you have that, I think this
Purpose is the
energy,
spiritual lingam of a man.
spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, then you're not a man, no. And
Hmm.
even your physical lingam will not work properly if you don't have a spiritual lingam.
Spiritual lingam.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It just malfunctions.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these energies? So, like, how can, so they say that, women are gatekeepers to the cosmic energy and they
Hmm.
can sort of open a
Yeah,
man's,
these are the 3 gates.
the
The
three gates.
Tripura, where
Okay.
Devi stays.
Okay.
Devi stays in Tripura, right?
Hmm.
So she stays in an open womb.
Hmm.
These are the 3 gates.
Hmm.
No, really, it's a spiritual power. I
Okay.
told you about this lady who just said, I'll manifest a house for you. That's spiritual power.
Hmm.
That's something. I've received healing from women. And I'm just okay the next day. No doctor needed.
And is it different for a male and a female? For example, you said that males can actually do edging
Yeah,
and they can actually take their energy inside. But
yeah.
for a female, what is it like? Are they, is that
They don't have to
practice?
do any edging
No. For
because they
them,
don't lose virya.
hmm.
Men lose it.
Okay. So it's
Men lose their
the
seed.
sperm. Hmm.
Women's ovaries are sitting inside only. They don't come out.
Okay.
But the endometrium does come out,
Hmm.
and that's when women lose virya during their periods.
Hmm.
Unless she's been really loved and her tripura has been open and she's been able to capture all that energy and use it creatively, then you don't have period pain at all.
Hmm.
Otherwise, the period will be very painful because there's not enough energy and a
Okay.
lot of it gets lost in it. You have PMS, PMS starts and you're losing energy.
And you're seeing so many people, actually, women,
Yeah.
face this now.
Yeah.
PMS, yeah.
They are because they're not really having that kind of sexual expression. It's all suppressed. They're not able to really be themselves. And everything is foreplay, man. How you show up and even with your clothes, that's also foreplay only for your man.
Yeah.
So that's really how it is. It's like your expression, your facial expression, the way you carry your body.
Yeah.
It just changes
It's
when
just not the act. It
it
starts.
changes when you come in front of your man. It'll be like just so totally different, full change. Shringara. That's the jewel of a woman. She's able to project her Shringara only at one man. It's possible. And that's like really powerful. That's sexually liberating for a woman. She never gets to do that because no man is worthy of her Shringara.
Or then there are too many men who are seeing her with her Shringara.
Oh, she's
Even
got
that's happening.
not really Shringara. That's just like,
The cosmetic.
that's just like, that's because of this book called The Ethical Slut or something like that.
Okay.
I think it's called The Ethical Slut. Yeah,
Okay.
from that book and its various spin offs, women have been told that sleeping with many men is sexually empowering, but it's actually sexually disempowering. You lose energy a lot because you're not getting that. You're not getting to do the womanly thing that is like you sit in one place, man. No, the man is changing all the time. Then she's not able to invest in something.
Yeah.
Her sexual energy doesn't grow, it gets diminished.
Yeah.
And the women who sleep with multiple partners are tired. I went to art college. Believe me, I know a lot of these women. And I'm like, you girls are stupid. What are you doing?
Yeah. Because I think people, there is this also knowledge, like which even I've heard people say that, use sexual energy to sort of, open your channels or meditate, do things like that. But nobody really talks that you have to do it with one partner. You have to have the right person whom you're also doing with. And that has to be that one person. It's just not the act that you're doing with so many people.
No, a woman feels cheap when she does that. She may not be able to say it in those words, but that's what she's feeling. She's not articulated it. I'm feeling cheap and used, is what she's thinking. This is all I am. Just a fuck doll. That's what she starts feeling like. That's terrible.
Okay.
And so they do drugs and they do all sorts of things just to forget that pain. And they continue with that because society kind of rewards you for it. No?
Okay.
Society is selling you this idea. This is women's empowerment. Make all the men beg. Then you have things called mistresses. And there's a whole porn about that. Domination by women. Female doms. And this kind of shit. Never made sense to me. I just would not feel like a man if women started to dominate me.
Yeah.
I'd lose my turn on. But these guys are actually getting turned on by it? No. In porn, they have that thing, no. Viagra they have in porn. It's not a real turn on.
Yeah.
It's chemically induced.
Yeah. Talking about the Devi, you said about the Tripura and how the Devi sits inside us. And it's Navratri. So, talking about the goddess energy, which is, what is Navratri exactly?
Navratri are the journey of Devi to Shiva. Devi is located in the Muladhara chakra.
Okay.
At the base, the root, on the sexual organ she is. So from there, she travels up the spine and she meets Shiva, and there are 9 stages.
Okay.
3 tamasic, 3 rajasic, and 3 sattvic stages.
Okay.
By which she finally reaches Shiva. So it starts like that, and it's the journey of those goddesses. If you look at them, no, Mahagauri and all of these goddesses that we have, the special goddesses.
Okay.
The first 3 are tamasic, and that is Devi on her way, trying to integrate herself in Shiva's life by offering service to him.
Okay.
And then the next 3 are Rajasic, where she got what she wanted, but she gets disillusioned with it because she wants more of him. She wants to be inside him. So finally, she becomes Siddhidatri and she says, I will stay inside you as your Siddhis. She says to Shiva. Okay. So it's that journey, it's that beautiful journey that we celebrate, how a woman gets into a man.
Okay. And it's not the sexual way.
It's not, it is sexually also.
Okay.
There are many tantric interpretations of Navratri. And yeah, that's how it is. No, even the so-called tantrics are busy having like multiple partners. What is this? How will you develop anything?
Hmm.
It's very weird. But yeah, some of them are very clear. Some of them don't know what they're doing.
Hmm.
And now the Western people are teaching us Tantra. Thank you very much. We already know.
Yeah, it's packaged well from there.
I don't want to learn Tantra from a Westerner.
Hmm.
They don't even know Sanskrit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this Devi, as you said, like,
Hmm.
the nine chakras as it travels up, that's why it's called Navratri,
Hmm.
the whole
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
And so it comes twice in a year,
4 times.
4 times in a year.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does it have any
It's during the change of the
change
seasons.
of the sea? Exactly. So it's
So now
okay.
we're heading towards winter.
Okay.
So this is like the heralding of winter. It's a change.
So is the energy at its peak right now, the feminine energy?
Very much.
9 days.
Very much.
Okay.
It is. Devi is everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how can one sort of, you know, invite Devi into their lives during these 9 days?
Listen to her stories. No, that's what we do.
Okay.
Most of India does it. Parayan. And Gujaratis have their own way of what is this? Garba and all that.
Hmm.
So it's an honor for that feminine energy of Shringara.
Okay.
And it's very much as part of our culture. For us, Dasara is a big thing.
Hmm.
Not Navratri is not so big in South India, but Dasara itself, that one day is like, that's the final victory of Devi, that she became Nirgun. On
Hmm.
the 10th day, she becomes Nirgun.
As in Nirgun, as in?
No Rajas, no Tamas, no Sattva. She's become Nirgun.
Okay.
So that means she's everything.
Hmm.
She can be anything and everything.
Hmm.
That's what we celebrate on the 10th day.
Hmm. Okay.
It's also the day that I think Devi kills the Rakshas.
The Rakshas, yeah.
Yeah. Mahishasur.
Mahishasur.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that Mahishasur is our own ego, that's all.
Okay.
A man's ego is killed by a woman finally.
So that's how it depicts into our relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all stories and they have many meanings when you look at it.
Hmm.
Very deep stories.
Hmm.
It's not just surface level some story, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Devi, so there the story says that Mahishasur was there, and then the Devi, the gods came together, like, and they,
Hmm.
that's how the Devi, the Durga Ma,
Hmm. Hmm.
was formed.
Hmm.
Um, why couldn't it be a male? Why was it a female?
Because Mahishasur asked for this Vardhan from Devi only.
Okay.
And he said, no, from Brahma, I think.
Hmm.
Brahma. He asked Brahma. And he said, I want to be immortal. Brahma said, no, that's not possible. And they never give this immortality word to Asurs.
Hmm.
Because Asur becomes immortal, it's a huge problem.
Hmm.
Because he'll only think of destroying.
Hmm.
So he said, no, no, no. Look, you're an Asur. You are supported by Devi. And Devi is the one who brings good and evil both, okay? So
Okay.
yeah. She's giving Vardhan to Asur also. Madhukaitab, she's giving Vardhan. Then Brahma has to do stuti of Devi so that she will come and save him.
Hmm.
Then Vishnu has to do stuti of Devi because he's not able to kill Madhu and Kaitab.
Hmm.
Uh, so finally she only comes and she kills Madhu Kaitab by she comes as eyes. And Madhu Kaitab are so intoxicated by the eyes that they do something stupid and they allow. So similarly, Mahishasur found a loophole.
Hmm.
He said, woman can't kill me. Like, how can she kill me? Look at me, I'm an Asur. So I said, hey, let me be killed by a woman, no? Then he thought he's practically immortal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
which woman will stand in front of Mahishasur?
Hmm.
But she came. She's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm a woman. Come on. And then you see Devi in her most violent combat format and she's on a lion. She's not riding some peacock or something. It's a
Hmm.
lion
Hmm.
that she
Yeah.
comes there. Yeah. So
So that's
that's
what
a
the Navratri also, like, say, so we always talk about a female being caring, being soft. And then this version of
hmm,
Mata
hmm.
or Durga Ma
There is a female martial art called Kalim, which is
called
Kalim,
Kalim.
which is Ma Kali's art of fighting.
Hmm.
It's all about energy.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really about energy. It's not about physical strength, but it's moving energy with your mind.
Okay.
Women should learn that. I
Uh,
teach it. I'm the only teacher of it. I
Okay.
learned it from Ma Kali herself when I was in the mountains. I was staying with my guru,
Hmm.
Mahatar Babaji, and he sent me. He said, where am I being sent now? He said, I'm sending you to Ma Kali. Go and learn from her. So I went. I met her. She came in physical form and she taught me this art. And I've been teaching it to women. I've taught it to more than, I think, 20 million women, girls, all over
Okay.
India from the past 20 years. Yeah.
What exactly happens out there?
It's just about energy. So in Kalam, things are very soft and simple. I'll have to like demonstrate it to show you. But let's say somebody holds your hand.
Hmm.
You just make him feel like removing it, and he'll remove it. You don't have to hit
Oh,
him.
okay.
You can make people change their will. Did you see what is that movie? Deadpool.
No, I have not watched that movie.
In that, there's a female villain. You know, she's controlling everyone with her mind.
Mind. Yeah.
That's how it is.
Okay.
Women can just use their mind to change the whole atmosphere. Their meditative power and depth. Like what Sita did with Ravan. She had a blade of glass he couldn't come near.
Hmm.
You see? This depicted in our Puranas, the feminine martial art.
Hmm.
And like how Anasuya could turn Shiva, Brahma, and Vishnu into kids.
Hmm.
And how, uh, like a lot of these women who were pativritas, they had this power and energy. That means they were committed to one lingam. They didn't go lingam hopping.
Yeah.
Those women are endowed with a lot of power, and the stories of how they defended themselves has been shown.
Hmm.
So there are a lot of empowered women stories in our Puranas,
Hmm.
and that's really what it is.
And so see, like we've always been, as you said, just some time back, that feminine energy is supposed to care.
Hmm.
Okay. But then we have this roop also where
Hmm.
you can become masculine enough or maybe even greater than masculine energy.
Much greater.
Yeah.
If you have the proper support of a man,
Hmm.
then you can climb on his energy and hit with your energy.
Okay.
Ah, that's what it is. All the gods supported her, no?
Hmm.
Chamundi, Ma Chamunda,
Hmm.
who killed Mahishasur. But Shiva was her main support.
Okay.
So, but everyone gave her a weapon. The whole tribe
The whole
supported her.
tribe, yeah.
Whole tribe supported her.
Yeah. So
So,
what were those weapons and who all gave it to them? Gave it.
everyone, Indra,
Okay. They were by
Rudra,
all the god, all the gods.
Brahma, Vishnu, every god, Agni, Vayu, everybody gave her a weapon. And they said, we are there, we're backing you. We can't kill this Mahishasur, but we are there behind you. And then she said, okay, I'll stand on top of your energy and kill him.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So how in our today's lives, when does a woman actually should transform into that?
When she has a man who already has a tribe, then
Hmm.
she'll soar. She'll
Hmm.
become the queen there.
Hmm.
Ah,
Okay.
that's when it happens. Because of the man's integrity, he already has a tribe. You'll
Hmm.
never find a man with a purpose alone, yeah.
Hmm.
He has a tribe only.
Yeah.
Always.
Hmm.
Ah. So when a woman integrates herself there, she gets the place of the queen of that tribe.
Got it.
Like Shivaji's mother. No?
Yeah.
Her husband was very powerful,
Yes. Yeah.
Shahaji.
Hmm.
But she stood on him
She's.
and then she raised Shivaji alone because they couldn't be together also, you know.
Hmm.
They were not even like together in the same place. She was in Pune, he was in Bangalore. So still, that's the power of a Pativrata woman. She was not sleeping around with the courtiers.
So any message that you have for all the females during this Navratri, what they can do actually?
No, I really think you should watch my. I'm sorry to promote my own channel, but Devi Bhagavatam I made only so that women can get this kind of empowerment.
Okay.
So start listening to it and
Hmm.
start understanding who is this Devi. You should start understanding. And then you'll be like, wow, what is the story? Bollywood never told me. You know? Start in that wonderment and you'll get hooked to Devi Bhagavatam. You'll go buy a book and you'll read it. So that's where you should start.
Okay.
Hmm.
And actually, yeah, I think every woman will actually start understanding the Devi that resides within.
Hmm.
And as you said very nicely, that, you know, sometimes she can, if she actually channelizes it well, it can even go above. And today I see females fighting to be equal.
Yeah, we got India back from the Mughals because of a woman's energy. There were two women actually, big ones.
Okay.
One is of course Jizabai,
Hmm.
Shivaji's mother,
Yeah.
and the other was Tararani.
Hmm.
And the Mughals couldn't touch her.
Touch. Yeah.
So women can fight wars too,
Hmm.
but they just need the support.
The support.
They need that dedication. It's like, I'm dedicated to this man. I'm going to do it for him. There's nothing can stop a woman who says, I'm going to do it for the man. Nothing can stop her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think thank you so much. That was a very lovely podcast. I think I absolutely loved doing it. And I think I could go on, but now we are losing out on some light out here. So we
Anyway,
should definitely do a part 2 to
sure,
all of
sure.
this.
Whenever it's possible.
Yes. Thank you
Right.
so much, Guruji.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.